Hey, I'm Cameron.
And I'm Roman.
Today we're learning about the parable of the sower. Roman, do you know what a parable is?
Yeah, totally. Actually in my research, it's debated, but if I had to give a definition, I'd say a simple story used to illustrate a moral or a spiritual lesson as told by Jesus in the Gospels.
Yeah, I can clearly see you're Googling that on your phone.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a phone.
You just put it in your pocket. Cameron here with my brother Roman, and we're talking about the parable of the sower.
Yeah, we are. See, I've got my needle, I've got my thread, and I stayed up all night watching how-to video tutorials. So now it's time to make a pair of pants!
Oh, Roman, you deeply misunderstand. You see, we're talking about the story of the farmer sowing or planting seeds in a field.
So we're not making pants?
No, Roman.
Please don't look down.
Don't look. What?
Ah! Hey Cameron, what is the parable of the sower?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. You see, a farmer was planting seeds in his field, but they fell on different kinds of soil. So some seeds took root and grew, but others were choked out by weeds, died because of shallow soil, or eaten by birds.
Well, you know what I always say, never trust a bird.
You've never said that once.
I started always saying it just now. Never trust a bird.
Okay.
You're not getting my crops, birds!
You have crops? In the parable of the sower, the farmer planted a lot of seeds.
What happened to all those seeds?
Well, some fell on fertile soil, and some fell by thorns that choked out the plant.
You know, I wrestled in high school. They called me the Thorn, on account of how I always choked out my opponents.
You didn't wrestle in high school.
Shh, shh. It's all right. The Thorn strikes again.
In the parable of the sower, some seed took root and produced 30, 60, and even 100 times as much as had been planted.
Say, that's a pretty good business model.
It is one of the world's oldest professions.
You think it would work with other stuff?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Where are you going?
Turns out if you plant French fries, you lose 100% of your crop every time.
Yeah, you have to plant seeds.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
What are you doing?
Just sowing seeds like the guy in the parable.
The guy in the parable threw his seeds onto soil.
Soil! I knew I was forgetting something.
What are we gonna do with all these seeds now?
Well, if our parable has taught me anything, the birds will be coming for these soon. I'm gonna head out before that starts. Never trust a bird.
We're inside. Oh boy. Roman, wait for me. Jesus used parables to teach super important truths.
Like the parable of the sower.
Exactly.
To recap, a farmer went out to plant some seeds. As he scattered them across the field, some seeds fell on the footpath, and the birds came and ate them.
Other seeds fell on shallow soil with rocks underneath, so the seeds sprouted up quickly but wilted because the soil was too shallow. The sun burned them up, and since they didn't have deep roots, they died.
Oof, that's rough. Other seeds fell among thorns that grew up and got choked out, like I did to Cameron earlier.
Even though a lot of seed was stopped from growing, other seeds fell on fertile soil, and they produced crops that were 30, 60, and even 100 times as much as was planted.
Parables like these are designed to make you think.
Right, and this one teaches that sharing Jesus with others is a lot like sowing seed.
Yeah, and our job is to just keep sharing, like the sower, planting seeds through our words and actions toward others.
Sometimes it'll take root, and other times it won't, but our job is the job of the farmer. Keep planting seeds.
When we do that, there will be fruit.
That's what the parable of the sower is all about.
Well, Cameron, I think I really learned something here today.
Yeah?
Sowing to make pants and sowing to make plants are two totally different things.
That's all you learned?